Greg Biffle alongside on the front row. We get set to go racing for 150 laps here at Tri-City Raceway. And you know what time it is, folks. It is time to rock, roll, and rumble. We are racing here at Tri-City. Cleanly through one. Now down the backside of the racetrack into turn two. Bowman with the advantage. Biffle dips the right side tires off. Now into turn three. Bowman will come across the lead, lap number one. Eric Johnson Jr. giving him some racing room. Not a lot of racing room, but giving him some racing room down there. And Keller dipping those tires down off into the infield. Oh, we get him stacked up. And Eric Johnson Jr. going to go for a slide down into the grass. They came up on the slower car of David Smith. And Eric Johnson Jr. had to check up. Keller just couldn't react in time. And Johnson going to go for a slide down into the grass. Let's see what happens here back down into turn one. Can Biffle make that outside lane work? He's got the momentum off the top side of turn two. It looks like there was some contact back there in rows 2 and 3. And look at this, Biffle sticking the nose out front. Can he make it stick to the outside in turn 3? Give Biffle the lead at the stripe. He's to the outside down in one, dipping the right side tires off. Bowman to the inside. The battle on for the lead through turn 2 and down the back side of the racetrack. Biffle not wanting to give it up without a fight. He's sideways off of 4. Too close to call that time around. There it is, Biffle with the advantage off the top side of turn 1. Ooh, look at this. Jonathan Rayome in the 72. Looks like he may have a tie rod issue on the left front. He's going to work to the outside of David Smith, and that wheel is not supposed to be turned that far to the left. Boy, that thing has got to be a handful for Jonathan Rayome. And the caution flag out for the second time here tonight. And there is why. And it is no surprise. And I'll tell you what, Jonathan Rayome doing an awesome job battling that number 72 car. And that thing, I keep saying it's a bucking bronco, and it's got to be. It's got to be like riding a very angry bull. In any case, that will put us under the caution flag for the second time tonight. 52 laps in the books, working lap 53. Team looking at that left front suspension. Let's see if we can take a look at what happened to Jonathan. Dip the left side down into the grass. A little debris coming up onto the racetrack there. I think the officials wisely deciding to put the caution out so they could get out there and get that racetrack cleaned up. Tri-City Raceway coming back to green. Biffle with the jump. And look at this. Kyle Keller going to try to steal second from Jake Bowman. Battle on for second down into turn 2. Bowman going to hold him off for now. Biffle with the lead, but the battle on for second, third, fourth, and fifth. Robbie Keneally trying to look to the inside of Trevor Huddleston. Huddleston way up the racetrack there. Off of turn 1 and now into turn 2. And the caution flag out for the third time. And that is for the midway break. So Greg Biffle leading them across the stripe to the third caution of the day. 76 laps in the books. Kyle Keller in second. Jake Bowman third. Robbie Keneally and Trevor Huddleston rounding out the top 5. And the question is, does anybody have anything for Greg Biffle here in the second half of the NAPA Auto Care 150? Greg Biffle needs to be the first one to the restart line. Kyle Keller to his outside. Biffle's on the hammer. Now the battle on. Directly behind him. Here comes Jake Bowman. He's going to take second from Kyle Keller. Keller did not get a good restart. So Bowman going to leapfrog him into second. And the battle on now for fourth. Contact between Huddleston and Robbie Keneally through turn 2. More contact off of turn 3. Knocking fenders. In the battle for fourth. Biffle sawing on that steering wheel through turn 3 right there. We're going to work to the inside of David Smith. Ooh, there's some contact right there between Biffle and David Smith. That's going to allow Bowman to look to the inside. Battle on for the lead through turn 2. And there might have been some contact there between Bowman and Greg Biffle. See the lettering rubbed off the left rear tire on the 23 car. Looked like it might have been rubbed off the right front of Bowman as well. And Bowman going to look to the inside through turn 2. Bowman to the lead. Here comes Kyle Keller, making a three-way battle for the lead. Look at this action between Tanner Reif and David Smith. David doing a good job all night long, trying to stay out of the way of the lead lap cars, and just kind of zigged when Tanner thought he was going to zag right there. And those two cars coming together through turn 3, costing Tanner a little bit of ground on the racetrack. Drifting up the racetrack. And I think that car starting to lose grip a little bit. Ooh, big wiggle there for Todd Souza there through the center of turn 1, and that's going to move him up the racetrack. Eric Johnson Jr. filling that gap to the inside. Battle on now for 6th. Johnson to the inside, Souza to the outside. They knock fenders through turn 3. They might have banged fenders there through turn 1 as well. Johnson with the advantage. He's going to take 6th. Todd Souza back to 7th. Only race he was not in the top 5. That coming at Phoenix Raceway. Finished 12th as we've got a car sideways. Jonathan Rayom getting turned sideways after contact with Jake Bowman. And that is going to put us under the caution. And as they like to say, folks, this changes everything. Did not have that on the bingo card. Let's take a look one more time what happened. Going down into turn 1. Boy, Jonathan Rayom just had to try to figure out which way he was going to go. Keep an eye on the 31 and the 05. Those two cars kind of blocked the lane down in turn 1. Rayom, at the last minute, decided he was going to go around the 31. Bowman didn't expect him to move up the racetrack, and he got into him. And there is a lot of damage to the 72. Is there any damage to the number 19? One more look at it. Jake Bowman, the leader. Kyle Keller to his outside. Coming back to green. We'll have 5 laps to go. Greg Biffle and Robbie Keneally there in row 2. Trevor Huddleston. Eric Johnson Jr. back there in row 3. Is the number 19 car fit after that contact? We're about to find out. Green flag in the air. We're racing. 5 to go here at Tri-City. Here comes Kyle Keller to the outside. Keller with a slight advantage through turn 2. Keneally's to the outside of Biffle. Biffle looking for racing room of his own. Bowman trying to stick it down to the inside. Side by side for the lead. 4 to go this time around. Give it to Kyle Keller at the start-finish line. Keller with a terrific restart. Keller now trying to get out in front of the field and run away. There's the battle, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Keller stretching the advantage out. Now half a second. 3 to go. Kyle Keller looking for career win number 1. 2 to go this time around. It looked like Jake Bowman was going to drive away to victory lane. Then he had contact with the lap car, put us under caution. Kyle Keller with the restart of his life, looking at the white flag this time around. Final lap for Kyle Keller. Team owner Jan Qualkenbush made a terrific investment in this young man, put him behind the wheel of the number 71 car last year, and now that investment is about to pay off. Kyle Keller through turn 3, looking at the checkered flag. Give it to Kyle Keller here at Tri-City Raceway.